Okay, if not, then our next topic is master detail relationship. Okay, master next one is master detail relationship. So how we can create? It's the same way. We have to go to the setup and then we have to go to that respective object and again field and relationship, and here we have new field, right? So under new, you will get option for this master detail. Why it's known as master detail? Anyone is having any idea? Okay. Master is known as parent and detail is known as child. So whenever we create any master detail relationships, so by default that could be the required field. Okay, and whenever we delete any master data, so at that time all the child record will also get deleted. Okay, so this master detail is also known as a parent child. Okay, so without parent there will be no child. So by using that concept, they have renamed it. They have given the name as master detail. And under description, you can see create a specific type of parent-child relationship between the objects. Okay, and here you can see the child. The child is known as detail, and another object that is parent. Parent is known as master, where the relationship field is required on all details record. Okay, the ownership and sharing of a detailed record means child record, are determined by the master record, that is the parent record. So
Sir,
sharing will be applicable according to the parent record only. When a user deletes the master record, okay, all details record are deleted, means that child record will get deleted. You can create roll-up summary field on the master record or summarize the to summarize the detailed record. The relationship field allows user to click on a lookup icon to select a value from lookup list. The master object is the source of the values in this list. So we have seen lookup relationship, right? So these are the difference between lookup and master. So whenever we create any lookup relationship, so at that time that child parent is not always required. But in case of master detail, whenever we will create any record on that object, so parent will be always required. Means we must have to select any parent record if we have this master detail relationship type. Okay, and in lookup, it's this second point, this ownership and sharing of the detailed record are determined by the master. It's also not applicable. But in case of master detail, it should be. For lookup relationship, whenever we delete either parent or child, there will be no effect on other object. I mean, suppose if we are deleting parent record, then there will be no effect on the child record. Only the changes will be as per the selection. Like we have one checkbox, right? Just now I had explained. So if we will select that, so on the basis of that it will clear out the value of the record, but it will not delete the child record. But in case of master detail, if we are deleting any master record, then child record will also get deleted. Like if I will delete here we have two objects, user story and employee, right? So we are creating master detail on user story object, correct? So this user story object will be the child object, and we are linking that with my employee. So my employee will be parent or master. So whenever I will delete this my employee record, so whatever the records are linked with that particular employee, those will get deleted automatically. Like here we have Prince, right? And under Prince we have multiple user stories linked. So if I will create a master detail on the user story and link with this employee, so whenever we delete this Prince from the system, so whatever the linked records are there, those will automatically get deleted in the system. So we have to take care of these things while creating any lookup or master detail relationship. Okay, so that is also an advantage of this master detail, so that it will not keep unnecessary data. Okay, for example, we can also give another example like. Suppose we have any requirement, okay, and I have added a job post on Naukri or sign.com or anywhere. So whenever we post any job, so multiple candidates apply on that job, right? But what if uh, I am deleting that particular job? So in that case, if I will be using this master detail, so whatever the candidate has been applied on that requirement, so those data will also get deleted from the system, and it will clear out the space. But if I will use lookup, so in that case, only that job will be deleted and other record will exist in the system. Okay, so that is another example. And we also have limitation with this master detail. We have only limitation of two master detail record creation on a particular object. Okay, so I will just go ahead and create this master detail relationship, and again next I will be linking it with my employee. And second is my employee, and next my employee, I will give a name as my employee master. I'm just giving these names just for the training purpose. We can give name as per the business justification. So I will be deleting in coming days from my object. Okay. So for timing, I'm just giving my employee master. Okay. So let's see. And child relationship name will be user story 2. So read only sharing option. Here we have sharing setting in case of master detail. So select the minimum access level required on the master record to create, edit, and delete record. Read only allow users with at least read access to the master record to create, edit, and delete the record, detailed record. If we are giving this read only, it means if the user is having that read access, then only he can select. If not, then he can't. Read write means it allows user with at least read write access to the master record. So if the user is not having access to read write on the master record means that employee record. So in that case, they won't be able to access those records. So for selecting, they should have access for those particular records. Allow reparenting. Child record can be reparented to other parent record after they are created. So if you want to apply reparenting, then we have to select this reparenting option. Okay, and again here we have lookup filters. So I will be discussing this lookup filter in the next session. And just for basic understanding, we add some filters so that only those specific records should display while selecting a particular record. So that's why we add some extra level of filters under those lookup and master detail. Next, again here we have FLS, that is field level security, and since it's a master detail, so it will not give you option to deselect these things, because that field will be always required, and if that field is required, so we can't remove the access. So that's why it's not giving option to edit. I will click on next. I am just adding it to user story layout, and next. Okay, so I will just save it. Master title, you can create master title system object if record already exist. Create a lookup, populate the lookup field with data. See, here we have one limitation. Since we have already created multiple records on user story objects, right? And if we are creating any master details, so those record should also have access. Uh, those records should also have linked with that my employee object, right? But if I will try to create, so in that case, it will throw this error, because there is no data for that particular field on another object, right? So so we have alternate option here, and for that alternative we can one second, either we have to create a lookup relationship and then we have to convert it to master. Okay, and our we can create a new object and then we can link. So for now I will go ahead and create um, a lookup relationship first, and then I will convert it to master. New master lookup. Okay, second, my employees, my employee, I will give it as a master. Next, next, save it. So my employee master. So in real time also you will face these problems, because sometimes it happens like requirement comes later on, and by that time already multiple implementation has been done, and there must be some records, right? So in that case we have option by creating a lookup and then converting it to master detail. Okay, and but and if you are creating any new object, so in that case it will not throw that error. So here you will just click on edit, change field type. Here we have option, right? And now you can select this as a master detail. Okay, next I will, keep as it is, save it. Cannot create master channel, we cannot create master through one existing customer object. You must first create the relationship of data. Okay, so let me update the data first. Let me create my employee test employee. Okay, very name. Save. Now I will go to the user story and I will link all the records, all user stories. So for time being, I'm just using this manual steps, but we can also do these things through automation. Like we can also write a script which will update this master value, or we can use data loader to update that, because in the real time scenario we must have millions of records, right? So in that case we normally go through data loader or writing some script. Okay, so my employee, second. So here we can see my employee master. I will select as a test employee and save it. Okay. Uh, Test. So whenever do the Apex thing, so at that time I will give this example by writing a script and by executing that. So as soon as we will execute that code, so it will directly update that employee in a single go, so that will we will not do these things manually. Test employee. Okay, so now we have all those user story with this master record as well. Let me see. Master. So we have only one record where employee is not there. Umbrella. Test, save it. Now I will go ahead and try to change this lookup with master detail. And it will allow, because we have already linking with that employee record, and it will not throw this error because we have data. This field is always required, right? So that's why it throws. Second, let me go to the user story. Object field master. This one, my employee master, edit, change field type, and master detail. Next, save it. Now it allows to change the relationship type. So here you can see this my story, my employee master, that is a master detail type. Here you can see. Okay, and here you can see this my employee as of now it's not required on the user level, but as soon as I will refresh it, so it will always ask to enter a record or select a value like here. So during edit you can see here it's not giving an option to change it, right? Let's create a new user story record. Test use. Story. So this is a new sign. Save it. Let's create a new record, and here you can see this my employee master, right? There is a star, red star icon is coming, right? Red star is just an indication that it's a required field. And without putting any value in that field, it's not possible to save the record. So here you can see we have two required field, user story number and this my employee master. And if I'm not putting a value, so it's getting highlighted as red, right? But for this lookup, it's not coming. I will just test user story and try to save it without putting a value. So here it's showing that error. This my employee, we hit S9, so my employee master. This is the required field. Okay, so just cross it. Here you can see complete this field because we must have to select a particular value in this, but it's not coming for this my employee because it's a lookup relationship. This my employee is a lookup relationship and my employee master is a master detail relationship. So in case of master detail, we must have to select a particular value or provide a particular value. Without providing value, it's not possible to save this record. So for this my employee, we must have to select this. Let me create new employee just for testing so that we can delete that. New test user. Okay. So I have just selected this new test user and save it. So now we have saved. We are able to save this record without putting any data in this my employee, because this my employee is lookup and my employee master is the master detail relationship. Okay. Same way, we can go ahead and create a new record. So whenever you will create, it will always ask uh, test user story 2. I will save it. Again, it throws the error. We eat a snack. So just go to that field and complete this field. So new test user and save it. So now we are able to save the record only after providing a particular value. So that is the main difference between lookup and master. So in case of lookup, we can save the record without putting any value, but in case of master, we must have to provide a value. So on this record, you can see here my employee and this assignee are lookup fields, but it's not asking to put a value. It's optional. But in case of master, it's always required. We don't have option to bypass this if we are creating master detail. But in case of lookup, we have option to make it as required as well. So once we will make it as required through field creation level or page layout level. So at that time, it will ask to put a value. But on the object level, it will not ask. But in case of master detail, on object level, it will ask. And we no one can bypass this. Even though through Apex code also we can't bypass this. Okay. And next, 1 second. So under this description, you can see here, it's always required, right? When a user deletes the master record, all all details record are deleted. So here we have created this new user, right? Let me go to this. And under this related, you can see we have two records, right? 13 and 14. On the user story, if I will go user story, and here we can see those two records, and those are 13 and 14, right? And those are linked with this new test user. If I will delete this new test user employee, what will happen? As per the condition, it should also be deleted, right? If we will delete this employee record, so all the related record means we have two linked record, right? 13 and 14. Those will also get deleted. So let's go ahead and delete this employee. I'm just deleting this employee. Delete it. Okay. Now in our system we have only three employee, right? Fourth one I have deleted, and fourth one was new test user. So as soon as you will refresh that record, so you will not get that record in the system. Looks like there is a problem, right? Unfortunately, there was a problem. Please try again, because that record got deleted. Okay. Under this user story list as well, if I will, as of now it's displaying, right? As soon as I will refresh, then 13 and 14 will not come here, because those two records got deleted after deletion of the parent record, that is my employee record. So here you can see only 11, 12. 13, 14 is not there. And we can validate those records through recycle bin. So if I will go to the recycle bin, you will get those record here. DJT parent, no. Okay, on recycle bin. So here we have deleted this new test user, right? So that user is coming here. So let's go ahead and undelete from here. From my recycle bin, I will just undelete this record. So here we have restore option. Let's restore it, and we have undeleted now. If I will come under this employee list, then you will get that employee as well, because we have restored that employee. And those linked data are also coming. So here you can see those 13 and 14 both. Okay. So summary of this is, whenever we delete any parent record, so immediately it also deletes their child records in case of master detail. But in case of lookup, it doesn't happen. Okay. And after deletion of that master record, it goes to the recycle bin, and under recycle bin, it can stay for 2 weeks, up to 15 days. We can store from there. Okay, so whenever any data is getting deleted, so we have option of the recycle bin, and from recycle bin we can restore. Like now I have done. So I have restored, right, this employee, new test user I have restored, and now we can see that record in our org. And again, if I will come here and refresh, one second, object, this user story. So here you can see 13 and 14 are again coming. Okay, now again I will go ahead and delete this because I don't want this. After deletion, it will again delete all those child records. Okay, it got deleted and it will come under this recycle bin now. Okay, any doubt in lookup and master detail? No doubt. Okay, so if you don't have any doubt, so we have completed this master detail, and I also have explained the difference between lookup and master. So whenever you go for any interview, so anyone can ask the differences. So you should have practical experience on that. So just do a practice uh, by creating some field and deleting the record and all, so that you will get practical exposure.